Civil War. And
They have a ceremony there.
Red Cross.
Are you talking about making the cemetery, just designating the cemetery as
Some-
something on the register?
Yeah, on the
Based
register.
on,
now, I don't believe there's a stone there too.
there is.
I take it back.
Other questions or comments? Yes, Pastor.
So I was looking at your goals.
Mhm.
Okay. Can one of the goals be to, that remember one of the pictures had just a few headstones?
Right.
It should have been more, if I'm correct.
Mhm.
Could one of the goals be restoring or replacing
Yes.
some of the?
Yes.
So thank you for that question. So the question about can one of the goals be restoring or replacing the headstones? Yes, definitely. And I can give you some background on what we've done so far. So you heard Kristen say that we come here to Williamsburg. Basically, it's every 4 years. Last year we came twice because we wanted to come here on the anniversary of the removal. So we took a trip out there. We always do a preliminary visit to the Naval Weapons Station because we know we want to visit the site. Kristen and I came down and visited the resource book. We came down and had a visit with the commander of the Naval Weapons Station to state our concerns regarding the upkeep of the Kiskiak Cemetery. I will say when you go, the grass is cut, which he took great pride in saying, keep the grass cut, which is okay. However, we were concerned that every time we would go back, you would see further deterioration of the Huntley headstones as well as the others, but we were really paying close attention to those belonging to the Huntley, especially Octavius. And so we broached the topic of restoration, and we got a lot of pushback. We circled back and we created a Freedom of Information Act request to ask about the work that they were doing to preserve it, and if they weren't doing anything, what could we do to promote the preservation of it? In other words, to contribute monetarily to the preservation of it. We were taken, and we're not at the end of this, but we were taken through a lot of red tape concerning all of the steps that we would need to take. One of them would be that we would need to identify a conservator who met their standards, who has the proper credentials, to come and assess the land at our expense, to assess the headstones at our expense. And then once they determined what needed to happen in order to preserve or conserve the headstones, we would have to work to contract with them in order to begin that process. But it's a multiple step process. So we in fact engaged with a Dr. Emily Williams, who was an archaeologist at Columbia Williamsburg, who came at her own expense prior to moving to London. She's like 2 weeks out from moving to London to come out and do an assessment of Octavia's headstone, and she took the time to assess the other ones as well. She pointed out a number of things. One is the unique fact that there were so many remaining African American headstones because of the materials that were available. It showed or indicated that these were people of means that took the time to pay tribute to their ancestors by getting or ordering headstones. Because at the time, you couldn't just kind of go somewhere where you certainly couldn't do it online. But in this area, it was suspected that if you had a headstone manufactured, that you had it manufactured in Richmond, and then you had it engraved, and then you had it installed. And that's what we believe happened with the headstones belonging to Octavia, as well as Fleming Brown, who's another one of the Humphreys. Long story short is that the Navy put together a team of folks for us to work with, but they also put in a lot of loopholes that we would have to jump through in order to preserve. So the second step that we wanted, which we will be getting into this upcoming year, is to engage on at least creating a marker that has the names of the families, and while we continue to work through the efforts for preservation. But I will say, and this is where we should talk when we need help, is that the Navy has already pretty much told us that they will not pay for it. That if you want it done, you got to do it to our standards, and you have to pay for it. Yes, ma'am. That's what they've told us so far. But you know, we're resilient, as you can see, so we just keep going. We'll be here. Other questions? Yeah.
Just a comment and the picture. According to Sharon Mahoney in her dissertation, this right here is the blueprint of the St. John Baptist Church in Charles County.
Thank you for pulling that up. Do you want to talk about it?
I don't know much about it. I know that she took a bunch of pictures, so I just extracted it out of her dissertation. There were other pictures as well, but I thought that this would be neat for where we are today.
Thank you for bringing that up. So you've heard Shannon Mahoney's name a few times, so let me just state a little bit about Ms. Mahoney. Ms. Mahoney was a PhD, or is a PhD candidate, was a PhD candidate at William & Mary, and conducted a study on Charles Corner. This is the community building after emancipation and anthropological study of Charles Corner from 1862 to 1922. The interesting thing about this study is that my Aunt Jackie, who's in the audience, as we were doing our research for the family reunion, sent me an electronic copy of this. She said, you might want to check this out. There's some interesting stuff in here. And it had all this information, including interviews with another one of our audience members, Cousin Edith Heard. This study is significant because Shannon had a great deal of reverence and respect for the people who lived in the area through the lens of the African Americans. You know, you can do, there are many studies that happen in this area, as we know. People come and spend a lot of money to come visit Colonial Williamsburg and follow people around with their, you know, try hats and, you know, look at the story and feel history. And I'm sorry, but it's through the lens of white Americans, right? But Shannon took a different turn, and she called herself a red-headed Irish girl from California. She's a very good friend now. And she wrote this through the lens of the experiences that people had, which made it so very unique, and it's really groundbreaking in terms of the stories we've been able to glean from this, but this is just a starting point. So in this study, which you can find online, you can find it and actually download it, she has a number of resources referenced, including the assessor's notes about the Charles Corner residence, maps such as this, and other really great information. So that's Shannon. Yes.
We have all of them. We have that in the notebook. We have all of those things.
Okay, yeah, I read it. I got a PDF of it,
Yes.
in case anyone needs it. I do have one more comment. I really appreciate you giving this story, and you said earlier that you want to change the narrative of how we see things.
Mm-hmm.
But as you were talking, it taught me a lot about myself personally, and not just myself, but the culture of us. And you talked about the oyster beds, and it just reminded me of why traditionally we would go down to Yorktown on the Parkway, and that's where we would crab and do different things, and we saw people with the oysters. And but just listening to that is telling me a lot about, it's making sense of what we used to do so often. But there's also that culture that I want to study and learn more, you know, just a little more sociological, you know, about how we did things, how we gathered, how we chose certain landmarks to be at, you know. But I really appreciate you.
Thank you for sharing that. I'll just share a little story. My great-grandmother, Sarah Huntley Payne, lived, where are we running? Is it that way? But it's actually pointing that way. Over there. And I remember having conversations with her about what it was like when she was a little girl, and I remember being really fascinated that she was born in the 1800s. I was just like, you were born in the 1800s? And I was, about 8 or 9, maybe 10, asking her questions. I mean, I only wish I had the presence of mind and the knowledge or whatever to ask her deeper questions than that. But I do remember that she talked about just her community, the people that she was with, and the fact that they cooperated with one another, and the things that they did together, and how, it was really important to take care of one another. So when I think years later now, as a grown woman looking back at this story, understanding the legacy from how it was handed to me with this as the background allows me to tell the story going forward. So I knew that about my grandmother being in the 1800s, and then when I went to school at Howard, and my mother was, I got really, really militant at Howard. You know, like, there's no one thing in Townsend City. So I can't, so when I started layering the history, the thing about African Americans being free and what we did with that was a story that I began repeating at Howard. And it's a story that I shared with my son. And it's a story that I share with my friends. And it's a story that I share with my husband who happens to be white. And it's a story that I share at work. The poster of the two kids, I have that at work. And I'm a civil rights director at EPA. So when people come to my office, they look kind of past me, they look behind me. And I use it as an opportunity to share history that people don't know, but also to set the tone for how to change narrative. Because it's not always what you think you know. I can't tell you the number of times I started telling the story about my family, right, at work, and somebody will be like, how? Wait a minute, back up. Did you say they were free before the Civil War? And they kind of get like spun up, like how is that possible? Let alone the part about the land, and the part about engaging with the government, and the part about hiring a lawyer, and the part about having free churches and schools and fraternal lodges and all that. And then I have to walk them through that process to help them break that narrative that they don't even know is there. So for every single one of you who have been here today, who maybe didn't know this, now you have the opportunity to change the narrative. Yes, that's your question.
Well, glad you said that, because I just recently, you become aware, my family's from the southwestern part of Virginia. And you hear this, go back to where you came from. My kids were saying this family on, was 4th of July, this family came in 1925 from Ireland. And I go back, wait a minute. I go back and start counting back 5 years. My family, I can trace them back to 1869, you know? So I mean, long before the Revolutionary War. So you're saying, oh, and you look at these others, most of them northern, they've come in the 1900s, the late 1800s. When you think about most of Virginia, how many more African Americans can trace theirs back to long years back? Yes.
Okay, just to bring the narrative forward, there's still property that in the Huntley, now Allen family, that was traded to my grandfather, William Henry Huntley, and it's right across the road here, okay? On a large road in Payne's Lane, right on the corner of Penwood Road, there's lot number 1. My grandfather, I guess, through the money he got, or however he got from all the way down large road to the end, and he had 4 lots that he willed was inherited by his 4 daughters, my mother being the oldest. So she chose lot number 1. And my sister Shirley and my brother James passed, still have that lot in our family. And we have many offers for sale, and we, for sentimental reasons primarily, we kind of hold on to it because we understand what it meant to be disposed from the Naval Weapons Station. And my grandfather and his siblings were scattered. And William Henry and my grandmother, Lucy Ann Harris Huntley, had that property. So 4 daughters got lots. Our mothers, we inherited, my sister, brother, and I, and we still have it in the family. And so a little piece of history lives right here in the corner.
Thank you.
Well, I wanted to say a couple of things before we left. I just wanted to say this is an important story, and it's not over. This is the New Yorker from this week. My husband gave me this when he noted what we were doing today, and he said, "You know about this article? Dispossessed." It says here that between 1910 and 1997, African Americans lost about 90% of their farmland. Most of them was in takings. So the important article, and it's not over. And one other thing I wanted to say, and I think Carla, maybe I'm talking to you here, because there are two members of the York County Historical Committee here right now, Lois Winter and myself, and we need more African American representation on the York County Historical Committee. And we especially need more representation. I'm from this end, of York County. We've got lots of folks down that way. But go online, get a form, fill it out, join us. Excuse me? The York County Historical Committee. They are advisors to the Board of Supervisors on matters of history in the county.
Do you have to be a resident?
Oh, I am not, I am a resident of James City County, and I am an associate member. So you can be an associate member, not a voting member. But if you live in York County, you can be a full member. So I wanted to say also to all of you at St. John, thank you so much for letting us pull this York County Parks and Rec program over into your church, and I hope that you will use New Porter Park often and more. I know a lot of you do come over here now, and I have to say, I think it might be an excellent piece of public property for there to be some recognition.
Can you say that a little loud for people?
I'm saying it from Lois. I just think that Newport Park is an excellent piece of public property in York County on which we could change the narrative somewhat, whether it be a sign, a program, whatever. We've got a piece of public property where you can tell the story more effectively.
Unless there are any other questions? Yes. Yes. So again, please fill out one of the forms so we can keep in touch with you and keep you abreast of what we're up to, and also to gauge your interest in supporting our efforts going forward. And please also have a look at the resource book over there. It references many of the things we talked about in today's presentation, and materials from York County there as well. Thank you for coming.